Welcome back to another Backpage gaming video. Today, me and the boys are looking at Jamie Vardy's second in form. Robbie, have you got the vodka?
I have. Have you got the Charlie?
Sam?
I'll bring the Charlie.
Always got it, Auntie. So, probably the best card from an awful team of the week. And, Sam, who do you think was lucky enough to pack him, mate?
Well, it's only going to be one person, isn't it? Because FIFA's a conservative government, makes the rich richer.
It does. I agree.
And so it's Rob.
Yeah. Brexit means Brexit.
Oh, God, yeah. That's Rob as well.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Go on.
I'm looking at the card, right? And I can't let this video go any further without me saying, as much as you're obsessed with finesse shot,
Yeah.
right? I need 5-star skills and 5-star shooting this year. Like,
5-star shooting?
5-star weak foot this year.
Yeah.
Sam's been playing New Star Soccer.
I feel like Jack's on board with me on
No,
this.
completely agree.
Yeah. And I look at
5-star
this
on
card,
both.
and he's not even got 4-star on either of them. He's 3-star, 3-star.
I think 3-star is a bit... You know what I mean? I think it's a bit average.
Like, I'm thinking unusable.
Agreed.
So, did it affect the way you used him in game, and did it make it more difficult to create chances?
Okay, so it does affect the way you create chances without a doubt. Using a player like that would. I think I wouldn't use him as a lone striker because I do think you need that little bit of edge, maybe a 4-star or a 5-star skill. But I think using
like
him
a
as
playmaker.
Yeah. But I think using him as like in a duo, you can sort of use him as more of a target man or like getting behind. So I used him up front with Neymar. Using Neymar as like the tricky fella, and then Vardy is sort of like his Brexit companion. Just sort of just running in behind. He just feels very fast, and then just absolutely staunching him home. He's like 95 finishing, 90 shot power, which is absolutely mental. So I think if you're using him not as like a Neymar and Mbappe type player, I think you'll have quite a bit of success with him if you know how to use him, if that makes sense.
Do you think for maybe players that aren't
the most
as good at the game, maybe? Or
Yeah.
aren't as skillful, yeah? Do you think he's more of a player for them?
Yeah, definitely. He's like
Absolute meat and potatoes, boy.
yeah,
Proper fish pie.
yeah,
Type of lad.
100%. Like he feels faster than 90 pace without a doubt. I think. I don't know
I
what it is
thought
about him.
that, to be fair, you know what? You look at his normal card. His normal card's only got 88 pace. I feel like that's incredibly harsh to Jamie
Yeah.
Vardy. So
Yeah.
he's a
I was
little
just about
rapid
to say,
lad.
like,
He's an absolute
that's
flying
his whole
machine.
game. Like,
Yeah,
it's just being a
He's
nippy
fast, so he
man.
can just absolutely twat the ball as hard as he can.
yeah,
And
Look at his in-games. Obviously, you mentioned about his finishing 95 positioning, 90 shot power. You see some really great stats, 93 reactions, 90 composure,
yeah.
and then there's 75 agility and 78 balance.
Blech.
And you roll your eyes, you think, ugh. As Sam made that disgusting noise, that's what my reaction also was. Would you say you can notice it? Do you think he feels, is there a lack of responsiveness when you're using him?
I think in comparison to like a Neymar player, there's obviously going to be a bit of disparity in like when you compare their dribbling. But I don't think it was as bad as you may think. Like there were a few times where he like sort of winkled in and out of Varane and players like that. But I think you're mainly using him as like just a straight sprinter.
Yeah,
You're not going to be
running onto a through ball.
too much. But I did a little spoiler for later. I did use an engine on him, which gives him like 80 agility, 88 balance, which is a bit more manageable. But his other dribbling stats aren't bad at all. Like he's not terrible. He's not like I used Erling Haaland at the start of the game, and he was like a fucking barge. He's not that bad because he's not the tallest. He's 5'10", so I think that sort of negates it a little bit. Yeah.
I suppose a player that comes to mind for me with like a surprisingly low dribbling would be like Promes. Promes
Yeah.
is normal gold
He
card.
feels a lot
How
better.
would you compare Promes feels better or Vardy feels better?
I'd say Promise feels a little bit better because of the 5-star skill.
I think 5-star skillers have automatically got
Got
better
plus in the
dribbling.
yeah.
It's just like hidden
sauce on
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
go on.
We've already said it like 3 times, but just for a bit of overkill so people understand. 95 attack positioning, 95 finishing, 90 shot power, 85 bollies, 85
Willy
volleys,
Bolly.
87 penalties. Like, I'm looking at them stats other than the long shots. I'm thinking that's a monster.
Yeah.
Did the
Absolute
shot
Wayne Rooney
match
street
up to
striker.
that? Yeah, like, was that the case in game?
Yeah, his shooting is absolutely phenomenal. If you can get him into those positions, to like sort of to use those stats, then without a doubt they are absolutely phenomenal. One thing I would say is, like we've touched on, his weak foot is not the best. He did score some goals on his left foot, but then he also did miss quite a few on his left foot. But I think if you get it on his strong foot, maybe using him as like a target man instruction, then he will do a job, get into those positions with that 95 position, and then just always finish it on his right foot.
For me, the thing that I'd look at the card and think is that like he doesn't have the positives that he needs to outweigh his negatives. So like he's got absolutely cracked finishing, my guy, but on his weak foot he's not.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the skills to get it onto his strong foot, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He doesn't have the agility or that to get onto his strong foot. And
yeah,
would you say he can he's almost just perfect? Like, you know, if he had like 4-star skills or 5-star skills or like a 5-star weak foot, this would be a much better card. Do you think he's just a bit teetering on the edge? But
I would say so, yeah. I think with the high positioning, I think he can get in such good positions that it is an easy shot with his left foot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to be in too bad of a position that it's a hard finish. Like, a lot of times he was there for like the sweat and stuff like that. I think that like you're not going to miss it with his left foot. Like, it's not that bad. But yeah, I know what you mean. Obviously, I think his 3-star weak was probably a bit harsh. I think Jamie Vardy in real life deserves like a 4, probably.
Probably 5, if anything. He's an absolute machine, isn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know why they've done that. Maybe to just make him not as overpowered.
Just because they just don't give a shit and don't watch football. And
it's because he plays for Leicester, not one of the top clubs, isn't it? As well, like.
That's actually true to some extent. I genuinely think if he played for a bigger team, he'd probably have a 4-star weak foot at least.
Yeah, definitely.
To be fair, not that would convince me at all to use the card like, but
really,
you know.
Would you use him if you had him red?
I might use him off the bench.
Yeah. I think that's
where did you use him, by the way? Like striker? Did you try him?
So I used him as a right striker with Neymar, as I've said. I did occasionally say if I went down in a game, like 3 goals down or something, I thought I'd try him on the wing, then put Mbappe up front with Neymar just to maybe come back into the game. And he performed well as a winger. You know, he's got that pace. Maybe not as important to have the skill and stuff. And he is fast enough. Yeah, and he's got the high work rate, which I think really benefits him on the wing as well. And if anybody has the bloody the play for the badge trait, it is this man. Jesus Christ, he is one tenacious bastard. 57 defending, it's not great. On a striker, it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, he's got
89 aggression. Yeah.
Like, he does.
All of us are just looking at the in-game stats.
Yeah.
So speaking of in-game stats, you'd also look at his short passing and his long passing. They are pretty diabolical, to be honest with you, especially the long passing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's, you know, a negative for the card? Well, I mean, obviously it's a negative, but do you think it's one that really matters, or
no,
kind of negated by the fact that he is just a striker, really?
No, I wouldn't say so. There are quite a lot of clips that you'll see in the video where he did do like a lot of through balls to Neymar.
Fair play.
I don't think long passing's all that it's cracked up to be. If you've got a player that's running clean through, they're going to make that pass, I think. Unless they've got like fucking 40 passing, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think...
See,
go on.
I'm a big believer that, like, in most games, but do you know, like, why I would choose not to use this card is the games in your weekend league that really make the difference against the better players. And I just think the better players, you do need that good passing.
X factor.
Or the skills or things like that. And I just look at this card and it just stinks of one-dimensional, I've got to get him in behind.
That's why Robbie likes him.
Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to play against somebody that's sat with all 10 men on the edge of his box.
Yeah. You don't have the takers to create an angle, does he?
And like you say, you even had to, when you were against the better players, though, you were 3-0 down, you had to force him out to the wing. So
yeah,
that to me instantly says, okay, I'm not buying that card.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if I'm buying a striker to be a striker, he's playing striker. Like,
yeah.
But equally, he's only 190k.
I mean, yeah, but
he's
I
not
still
loads.
think
He was very good on the wing.
Like gold Promes, I would use ahead of him.
Everyone, by the way, Sam also sold Neymar for mid Bergkamp or baby Bergkamp, whatever it was. So
only because of the potential of a review, and he was trash, and now I do have Neymar back, and he is the king.
So moving swiftly on from Sam's decisions, Would you say there's any actual points that we've missed, Rob? Or you think we've pretty much covered everything?
His default celebration is the prancing bird, which is fantastic.
There we go. Instant buy. I've been converted.
So yeah, we'll give him a 10 for that. Yeah, like I said, he plays for the badge. Like, he is tenacious. He's one of those that you can defend from the front with, which I think is important. A lot of times he intercepted it or tackled them, that you'll see in the clips, which really helped create chances and stuff, catch people out. Other than that, obviously, he doesn't have the finesse shot trait, but you're not going to finesse it with him. You are going to spank. He's got 95 finishing, 90 shot power. Like, it's very rare that you'll find him finessing, I think. And he does have
Did you try and finesse at all?
I did, yeah. And it's on his right foot, it's fine. On his left foot, it was a bit shaky, but if he's in a good position, then he did score a few. And he does have a custom body type as well, which I think gives people a bit more of an edge. Maybe a bit sticky. Which is always nice. So
why don't you take us into the end card?
So I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10. I think he was a little bit better than Jota, just because of the pace and the finishing that he has over him. Value coins, I've gone for a 6. Obviously, 190k is quite a lot. You know, you can get Rashford for like 80k at the minute, who's a very good player. Probably play him up front over him.
There's also that Zaha, I'd say.
Zaha as well is probably, I'd say definitely better. I can't remember, what do we give Zaha, an 8?
I'm just going to say yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Zaha's better just because of the skills. Chem style, I've gone for Engine. Obviously, it gives him that dribbling that I spoke about earlier, the 88 balance, the 80 agility. And then the links, we've gone for Rashford, who have said you can use any version of him, but I use the normal. Obviously, he's 80k and a pretty decent player. Kyle Walker, his normal card, I think he's about 50k at the minute, which is pretty good for like the best right back in the Prem. And then Ndidi as well, who's a bit of a cheap beast. I think Jack's used him.
Great card.
Yeah, he's got that big boy Europa League one as well, but he's pretty pricey.
He's also got those big legs, so
yeah, he does have the long legs.
He does do the business there.
Yeah. And then best position, obviously, striker. But you can use him on the wing. Maybe if you've got him untradeable or whatnot, and you want a pacey boy on the wing, but you don't really want to splash out for anyone, then he will fill in that job pretty well.
So, I think that just about covers everything about Jamison Vardy. Hope you have enjoyed the review, guys. Make sure to drop us a like, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Adios.